Most people believe imported machines are only useful for large factories or industrial zones. That assumption feels logical, but it hides a growing shift. Today, many imported machines are designed to handle one narrow task efficiently, quietly, and repeatedly inside small workshops. These machines are not built for hype. They exist because demand already exists. This video breaks down 24 imported machines that can operate from home-based setups and support real production tied to everyday markets. Paper can making machine. Paper cans are increasingly used as alternatives to plastic packaging for dry food, cosmetics, and promotional products. The production process involves rolling paperboard into a cylindrical shape, bonding layers together, and sealing bases and lids to create rigid containers. Precision matters because poor alignment affects lid fitting and stacking. Compact production units are suitable for small workshops focused on standard sizes rather than custom designs. The business model centers on supplying packaging to brands seeking recyclable and eco-friendly options. Automation ensures uniform wall thickness, consistent height, and reliable bonding strength across batches. Paper cans are commonly used for snacks, powders, coffee, tea, and gift packaging, which creates repeat demand. Raw materials are widely available and easy to store. Production follows repeatable cycles rather than complex customization, allowing predictable output. Because packaging is a consumable requirement rather than a trend-based product, demand remains steady across retail, food, and promotional markets. Plastic tile making machine. Plastic tiles are commonly used for outdoor flooring, garages, playgrounds, and utility areas where durability and moisture resistance are required. Production involves melting recycled or virgin plastic material and pressing it into molds under controlled temperature and pressure. Small-scale setups usually focus on limited tile designs and standard dimensions rather than architectural customization. Automation ensures consistent thickness, surface texture, and edge alignment, which are important for interlocking systems. The business model typically supplies local construction projects, landscaping contractors, or renovation work. Plastic tiles are valued for being lightweight, weather-resistant, and easy to install without specialized tools. Because they are functional rather than decorative, purchasing decisions are driven by utility instead of trends. Production can operate in compact workshop spaces with basic material handling. Demand is linked to maintenance, upgrades, and infrastructure use, creating ongoing need rather than seasonal spikes. Automatic woodworking machinery. Wood components used in construction and furniture require accuracy more than artistic detail. Automated systems handle cutting, shaping, drilling, and finishing tasks with consistent precision. Small workshops use these machines to produce panels, frames, shelves, and standardized parts instead of complete furniture pieces. Automation reduces material waste and minimizes dimensional errors that slow downstream assembly. The business model often supplies semi-finished components to carpenters, installers, or furniture assemblers who focus on final construction. Because housing, repairs, and renovations continue year-round, demand for wood components remains stable. These systems allow repeat production without relying on manual measurement or advanced craftsmanship skills. Compact machinery fits into limited spaces while maintaining accuracy. Output consistency helps meet supplier requirements and reduces rework. Wood remains a foundational material across industries, keeping these machines relevant for long-term production needs. Paper rope making machine. Paper rope is widely used in packaging, gift bags, furniture accents, and decorative applications where plastic alternatives are being replaced. Production involves feeding paper strips through rollers that twist and bond them into strong, uniform strands. Small machines typically focus on standard rope thickness for bulk supply, rather than custom designs. Automation controls tension and twist consistency, which affects strength and appearance. The business model supplies packaging manufacturers, retailers, and craft producers seeking eco-friendly materials. Paper rope is lightweight, recyclable, and easy to transport. Because it replaces plastic handles and cords, demand continues to grow alongside sustainability efforts. Raw materials are inexpensive and readily available. Production follows continuous, repeatable cycles, making output predictable. Paper rope is a functional component rather than a decorative trend, which supports consistent orders from packaging and retail markets. Fabric shredding recycling machine. Textile waste from clothing production and discarded garments creates a constant supply of raw material for recycling. Shredding breaks fabric into fibrous material used for insulation, padding, cleaning cloths, or recycled yarn. Small machines are suitable for workshops handling offcuts, factory waste, or post-consumer textiles. Automation improves shredding uniformity and reduces manual sorting effort. The business model focuses on material recovery rather than finished consumer products. Shredded output feeds into downstream manufacturing processes rather than retail markets. Textile waste is generated continuously across regions, making supply reliable. Recycling operations benefit from consistent processing speed and predictable output size. Compact systems allow small operators to participate in recycling supply chains without large facilities. This production model supports circular manufacturing goals and aligns with long-term sustainability requirements rather than short-term market trends. Screen printing machine. Printing through mesh screens allows ink to be transferred onto fabric, paper, plastic, and other flat surfaces. This method is widely used for clothing, signage, packaging, and promotional items. Compact setups are suitable for garages or small workshops producing limited batches. Automation ensures consistent pressure, ink coverage, and alignment across prints. The business model supports branded merchandise, standardized designs, or repeat client orders rather than one-off artwork. Screen printing remains relevant because it works on many materials and supports durable prints. Output quality depends on registration accuracy and ink control, which automated systems improve. Small producers often focus on reliability and repeatability instead of high-speed production. Demand exists across marketing, retail, and event industries. Because printed items are regularly reordered, production supports steady workflows instead of seasonal demand spikes. Socks printing machine. Custom patterns and graphics can be applied directly onto socks using controlled digital or transfer-based printing systems. Accuracy matters because designs must align correctly on curved fabric surfaces. Small workshops typically focus on limited runs rather than mass fashion output, serving promotional orders, branded merchandise, or event-specific products. Automation reduces color variation and placement errors across pairs, which improves overall presentation and reduces rejects. Socks are everyday apparel items that wear out and require replacement, creating recurring demand. Design files can be updated without changing mechanical components, allowing flexibility without retooling. Production supports repeat orders from brands, sports teams, and marketing agencies. The process emphasizes consistency over speed, making it suitable for compact workspaces. By focusing on standardized sock blanks and repeatable printing cycles, small operators can maintain predictable output and stable workflow while responding to customized branding requirements over time, with reliable equipment operation and minimal maintenance demands consistently. PU foam injection machine. Liquid components are mixed and injected into molds where controlled expansion creates lightweight foam structures. Precise ratios matter because incorrect mixing affects strength and curing behavior. Small-scale setups usually work with standardized mold sizes to keep production manageable. Automation regulates pressure, temperature, and timing to achieve uniform density across batches. Foam parts are widely used for cushioning, insulation, and protective packaging across many industries. The business focuses on supplying components rather than finished consumer goods. Predictable material usage simplifies cost control and inventory planning. Compact machines fit workshops with limited space while supporting repeat production cycles. Because foam components are hidden inside products, performance consistency matters more than appearance. Steady demand comes from furniture, transport, and packaging suppliers. By maintaining controlled processing conditions, operators can deliver reliable output without complex finishing steps or seasonal demand shifts and long-term industrial purchasing relationships that remain stable across multiple market cycles worldwide globally. Flower pot making machine. Durable containers are formed using plastic, cement, or composite materials shaped through controlled molding processes. Standardized sizes are prioritized to simplify stacking, transport, and display. Automation ensures consistent wall thickness, rim shape, and base strength across production runs. Small operations typically supply nurseries, garden centers, landscapers, or home decor sellers. Gardening remains a routine activity rather than a trend, supporting stable demand. Production relies on reusable molds instead of frequent design changes. Compact equipment fits garages or small yards with basic material handling. Because pots are exposed to weather and weight, uniform quality matters more than decorative detail. Output can be produced in batches and stored efficiently. By focusing on practical sizes and repeat cycles, operators can meet regular orders without seasonal design dependency or complex finishing steps. This supports predictable workflows and long-term supply relationships with local buyers who value reliability over decorative novelty in everyday gardening markets globally. Balloon printing machine. Simple latex or foil balloons can be transformed into promotional tools through surface printing. Logos, text, or graphics are applied with controlled alignment to ensure visibility when inflated. Automation improves ink adhesion and placement consistency, reducing smudging and waste. Small workshops typically supply event planners, retailers, and marketing agencies with short-run orders. Balloons are used for celebrations, advertising, and seasonal events, creating repeat demand. The underlying product remains inexpensive, while printing adds perceived value. Compact machines operate efficiently in limited spaces without complex setup. Because balloons are disposable, customers reorder frequently for different occasions. Production focuses on speed, uniformity, and repeatability rather than custom materials. By standardizing balloon types and print positions, operators can handle varied orders efficiently while maintaining predictable output and simple inventory management. This makes operations suitable for local distribution and fast turnaround schedules across marketing campaigns and community events worldwide throughout multiple seasonal promotional cycles annually. Automatic bag-making machine. Packaging bags remain essential across retail, food service, and logistics because products must be carried, stored, and transported daily. Production involves cutting flat material, sealing edges, and shaping openings into standardized forms. Compact equipment focuses on limited bag dimensions rather than large custom formats. Automation ensures uniform size, clean seals, and consistent strength across batches. Small operations typically supply local shops, food vendors, or packaging distributors that need regular restocking. Bags are consumable items, so demand does not depend on seasons or trends. Raw materials are easy to source and store. Output follows repeatable cycles that simplify planning and inventory control. Because the process is straightforward, operators can maintain steady production with minimal adjustments while serving routine packaging needs reliably. This consistency supports predictable workflows and long-term relationships with buyers seeking dependable everyday packaging solutions across local markets. Automatic foil stamping machine. Visual finishing techniques are used to increase perceived value without changing a product's structure or function. Heated dies press metallic foil onto surfaces such as paper, leather, or plastic with controlled pressure. Consistent alignment matters because uneven stamping reduces quality. Small workshops usually work with standardized designs rather than frequent pattern changes. Automation maintains steady temperature and precise positioning during each press cycle. The business commonly supports packaging producers, printers, or branding suppliers. Foil accents are used on boxes, labels, book covers, and promotional materials. Because the base product remains unchanged, production stays efficient. Repeatable operation allows predictable scheduling. This process adds premium appearance while keeping material costs controlled and workflows simple. Demand remains steady because branded packaging is repeatedly reordered for retail presentation across multiple industries worldwide, including food, cosmetics, publishing, and gifting sectors every year globally now. Plastic pad printing machine. Marking complex shapes requires printing methods that adapt to curves, recesses, and uneven surfaces. Flexible silicone pads transfer ink from etched plates onto products accurately. This technique is commonly used for electronics, toys, promotional items, and branded components. Compact systems fit small workshops handling short or medium runs. Automation improves registration accuracy and reduces smearing or misalignment. The business model supplies marked parts to manufacturers, assemblers, or distributors. Repeat designs are applied consistently without changing tooling. Because many products require logos or symbols, demand remains steady. Operation emphasizes precision rather than speed. Predictable cycles simplify planning and quality control for small production environments. This reliability allows small operators to integrate printing into broader manufacturing chains without disrupting existing assembly workflows and ensures consistent branding across thousands of identical components over time for industrial clients in multiple markets globally today. Automatic chocolate tempering machine. Stable chocolate structure depends on controlled heating and cooling cycles during processing. Precise temperature control encourages proper crystal formation, affecting texture, shine, and snap. Small-scale systems are used by confectionery producers supplying bakeries, cafes, or local retailers. Automation removes guesswork from tempering and reduces batch variation. Consistent results improve shelf stability and appearance. Because chocolate is sensitive to temperature changes, reliable control is critical. Compact machines fit kitchens or workshops without industrial infrastructure. Production focuses on repeatable recipes rather than experimentation. Chocolate demand remains steady throughout the year. Predictable operation helps producers plan output and maintain quality standards efficiently. This consistency builds trust with buyers who expect identical taste and appearance in every batch delivered, regardless of season production volume or distribution channel, supporting long-term relationships with retailers, wholesalers, and food service partners across domestic and export markets worldwide today. Candy pouch packing machine. Small confectionery products require protective packaging that preserves freshness and supports visual appeal. Filling and sealing processes place candies into pouches with controlled weight and closure quality. Compact systems suit small producers handling limited product varieties. Automation ensures uniform fill levels and reliable seals across batches. The business centers on packaging efficiency rather than recipe development. Consistent packaging reduces spoilage and improves shelf presentation. Small pouches are easy to transport, store, and display. Production can be scheduled in batches to match demand. Packaging demand follows candy consumption, which remains consistent. Predictable operation supports routine output and inventory planning. This allows small brands to meet retailer requirements while maintaining manageable production volumes and simple quality control processes without investing in large-scale packaging lines or complex automation systems early in business growth stages across food markets locally and regionally, year after year. Sugar cube forming machine. Uniform sweeteners are commonly used in hospitality and beverage service environments. Granulated sugar is compressed into solid cubes using controlled pressure and shaping molds. Standardized size matters because it affects dissolving behavior and presentation. Small-scale equipment focuses on common cube formats. Automation ensures consistent density and strength, reducing breakage during handling. The business model supplies cafes, hotels, restaurants, and retail outlets. Sugar cubes are consumable items reordered regularly. Production follows simple cycles with minimal variation. Demand is directly tied to tea and coffee service. Predictable output supports routine scheduling and stable supply relationships. Because usage is habitual, orders remain consistent regardless of season, supporting reliable planning for small producers with limited storage requirements and straightforward handling procedures throughout daily operations in hospitality. Focused supply chains worldwide, serving cafes, hotels, restaurants consistently over long operating periods without demand, volatility, or disruption risk. Grain product making machines. Cereal-based foods are consumed daily across households, food services, and retail markets. Processing systems transform raw grains into flakes, pellets, or snack forms through heating, shaping, or extrusion. Small-scale setups typically focus on one or two grain types to simplify operations and maintain consistency. Automation controls temperature, pressure, and shaping to produce uniform texture and size. The business model supplies semi-processed grain products to food processors, bakeries, or local markets. Because grains are staple ingredients, demand remains stable throughout the year. Compact equipment fits workshops with limited space while supporting repeat production cycles. Predictable output helps with inventory planning and quality control. Grain products are functional food components rather than novelty items, making purchasing decisions utility-driven. This allows small operators to integrate into existing food supply chains without relying on branding or seasonal demand spikes. Silicone filling machine. Precise dispensing is required when working with viscous materials used for sealing, molding, or bonding. Controlled filling systems deliver measured amounts of silicone into molds or containers without spillage. Automation ensures consistent volume and reduces material waste. Small workshops use this equipment for industrial components, craft molds, or adhesive products. The business model supports manufacturers, repair services, or specialty product makers rather than retail consumers. Silicone is used across construction, automotive, electronics, and creative industries. Compact machines fit limited spaces and operate with minimal supervision. Repeatable dosing improves product reliability and simplifies quality control. Because silicone applications are technical rather than decorative, demand depends on performance needs instead of trends. Predictable operation allows steady scheduling and efficient material use. This supports long-term relevance as sealing and molding requirements continue across industrial and specialty markets. Pasta making machine. Staple foods that appear regularly on household menus require consistent preparation methods. Dough shaping systems form noodles or pasta strands with controlled thickness and length. Compact machines are designed for small food producers focusing on limited pasta styles rather than large variety. Automation ensures uniform texture, which affects cooking time and appearance. The business model supplies fresh or semi-dried pasta to local markets, restaurants, or food vendors. Pasta consumption remains steady across regions and seasons. Equipment supports repeat production cycles and predictable output. Standardized shaping reduces manual labor and improves batch consistency. Small setups benefit from manageable cleaning and simple operation. Because pasta is a familiar product, purchasing decisions rely on availability and quality rather than novelty. This allows small producers to operate reliably within established food supply chains serving routine consumer demand. Net bag packing machine. Fresh produce distribution often requires breathable packaging that allows visibility and airflow. Mesh packing systems fill and close net bags with measured quantities of fruits or vegetables. Automation ensures uniform weight and secure closures across batches. Compact machines are suitable for agricultural packing areas or small distribution centers. The business model supplies farmers, wholesalers, or produce distributors who need efficient packaging. Net bags are commonly used for onions, citrus, potatoes, and similar items. Because produce moves continuously through supply chains, packaging demand remains constant. Repeatable cycles simplify scheduling and reduce handling time. Standard bag sizes improve stacking and transport efficiency. The process focuses on speed and consistency rather than customization. This allows operators to support routine agricultural distribution with predictable workflows and minimal material waste while meeting basic packaging requirements. Jiaozi baozi making machine. Filled dough products are widely consumed as meals or snacks in many regions. Automated forming systems shape wrappers, dispense filling, and seal dumplings or buns into uniform pieces. Consistent size matters because it affects cooking time and packaging efficiency. Small-scale setups focus on standard shapes for frozen or fresh distribution. Automation reduces manual labor and improves repeatability. The business supplies food vendors, restaurants, or frozen food distributors. Demand remains steady due to routine consumption. Compact machines fit kitchens or workshops with controlled hygiene conditions. Predictable output supports batch freezing and storage. Because these products are familiar foods, purchasing decisions depend on availability and consistency rather than novelty. This makes production suitable for small operators serving established food markets with regular demand. Dough cutter machine. Portion control is essential in baking and food preparation. Cutting systems divide dough into equal pieces using mechanical guides or blades. Automation improves size consistency and reduces manual handling. Compact equipment is commonly used in bakeries or food workshops producing bread, rolls, or pastries. The business model supports in-house production or supplies portioned dough to other food processors. Uniform portions improve baking results and reduce waste. Repeatable operation allows steady daily output. Dough preparation is a routine process rather than a trend-driven activity. Because baked goods are consumed daily, demand remains predictable. Small machines fit limited spaces and require simple maintenance. By standardizing portions, operators can improve efficiency and maintain consistent product quality across batches without increasing labor complexity. Churros maker machine. Fried dough snacks are popular in many markets due to simple ingredients and fast preparation. Extrusion systems shape dough into uniform strands before frying. Automation ensures consistent thickness and length, which affects cooking time and texture. Small setups supply snack vendors, cafes, or events rather than large-scale distributors. Compact machines operate efficiently in limited kitchen spaces. Repeatable output simplifies inventory and portion control. Churros are sold fresh, creating frequent production cycles. Because the product is familiar, demand depends on location and availability rather than changing trends. Standardized shaping improves presentation and reduces frying errors. Predictable operation allows small vendors to maintain steady service without complex equipment adjustments, supporting reliable snack production during peak demand periods. Automatic barbecue machine. Even cooking is essential when preparing meat for food service. Rotating systems expose food evenly to heat, reducing the risk of undercooking or burning. Automation controls rotation speed and temperature to improve consistency. Compact units are used by food vendors, catering services, or small restaurants. The business model supports prepared meal production rather than raw ingredient supply. Uniform cooking improves taste and presentation. Repeatable cycles allow predictable scheduling during service hours. Because grilled food is a routine offering, demand remains steady. Small machines reduce labor intensity while maintaining quality. Predictable output helps vendors serve customers efficiently. This equipment focuses on reliability and consistency rather than novelty, making it suitable for long-term food service operations.